I've been saying, I will say it in the first person singular, for years, they have to admit they are media companies, not technology companies. They haven't quite got there, but they've sort of acknowledged it because they've got people there for editorial content. So they have made efforts, but they've got to make more efforts. You have an oligopoly. You have Google, you have 200 billion, Google's 125, Facebook is 50, it's 175, and Amazon's number 3, 10 and rising, or 12 and rising. That's, we haven't had that situation before.
It's not about trashing the platforms, because the platforms are truly bringing a tremendous amount of value, and they're democratizing marketing in an unprecedented way, which is something which we should really appreciate. But as I said, it is also bringing a lot of risk to the table. And I think eventually and ultimately the platforms have to own it. We have to bring the platform's attention to these issues. We have to collaborate in the right way. And we have to make sure that we deliver to the society collectively a solution that is safe, that is secure, and that is devoid of all this harmful content and malicious content, which I think is definitely unacceptable. And one of the things which we would do as a WFA is to work through these together with the platforms and with the brand owners to see how we will move towards a destination that we all collectively aspire to.
There is the ongoing issue of people's data and being used correctly. Is it being abused by some? And are people actually aware of what's happening, particularly given the regulation that came in last year? We are a case study in what hubris did to the business. It was hubris that caused the mess of the collapse 11 years ago, and it's humility that's enabled us to recover the bank and get out of it. And I think Facebook and Google would be wise to look at their own trust data. They'll see that their trust data is collapsing, and the hubris that is stopping them taking action is not going to serve them well. Little humility, a little more listening, a little more engaging with the people that fund their platforms, because it is advertisers, I think would serve them extremely well.
So I think the challenges we're seeing in trust, the breakdown in trust with advertising, has been a function of really what's happening at the large tech platforms. So I think the large tech platforms need to step up. They say they can't, and yet, when push comes to shove, I believe they can. It's just going to cost money. And look, they've been the beneficiaries of tremendous economics in this growth of advertising. It's up to them. They have the responsibility to ensure that these things work and work properly.
To become aware of the mechanics of those platforms, the way in which they work, the way in which those algorithms that those platforms and their revenues are based on work. And when we start to become aware of at that level, then we start to appreciate the impossibility of those platforms to do what we want them to do. And then we start to have that discussion that's going to actually lead to something. And that's going to be a really, really difficult discussion. And I think that's why both parties are maybe unknowingly kind of avoiding going to that level of awareness.